Yeah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Today, I would like to walk you through my web development project. My name is Hilmy Haidar with the student ID 2024-22044. I have structured my presentation into five key sections: the semantic structure of index page, the form implementation, the structured page feedback, and the CSS design, and finally, I will demonstrate the system output at the end. First, with let's starting with the index page. The main goal here was to implement semantic HTML5 tags. Instead of using generic containers, I use tags like header, map, and main to give the document a clear logical hierarchy. And inside the main content area, I organize the theoretical material into article tags. By doing this, its concepts such as the HTML tag, the HTML element, anchor and link, and also the multimedia is treated as an independent piece of information. This structure doesn't just look clean in the code, but it significantly improves accessibility for screen readers and helps search engines index the content more effectively. It acts as a solid, meaningful foundation for the entire report. And then we moving into the next session that we have the form page. Here, I combine a form element with a table tag to ensure a precise and professional layout. The table allows the labels and input fields to stay perfectly aligned, which is essential for a good user interface. Technically, I prioritize the user interface by using the label tag with the four attributes, linking it directly to its input ID. For data transmission, I use the cat method. This was a deliberate choice for this practicum as it allows to see exactly how the name, student, and ID and date are passed through the URL query string once the submit button is pressed. It's a practical way to understand how data travels from the client to the next page. Alright, and then we move into the third section. It's a success page section or the success page HTML. It is served as the system feedback layer. After a successful submission, the user is redirected here to receive confirmation. To make this page engaging, I use a figure tag to wrap a full screen celebratory GIF within I got from the Git. This adds a touch of personality to the project while maintaining semantic correctness. I also included a nav section with a back to form button in here, or in Indonesia is kembali ke form. This is a crucial UX element because it prevents to end or dead end navigation, allowing the user to easily return and interact with the application again without using the browser back button. And then we move into the fourth section. It is the deep oceanic class or the behind the implementation design implementation. It is the styling the CSS. I adopt a deep oceanic class term, which is an evolution of the popular class morphism term, by using the backdrop filter within Blur, and the semi-transparent RGBA colors and the UI components look like the frosted glass floating over a dark professional background. I also use the advanced CSS technique like uh, WebKit background. Wait a minute. Yeah, huh. I also I also use FSCSS techniques like what keep account clip to create images on the headings, giving the project a futuristic feel. The typography uses space graphics for tech-heavy looks and post-Jakarta sounds to for the body text to ensure that even with the dark term, the content remains hardly readable and easy on the eyes. And finally, before we end this particular report, I want you to look at the demonstration of our system. Here, the system specifically how it handles different scenarios. The first scenario, uh, before we got into the form, we look at the homepage first. In this homepage, there are uh, what is it? There are theoretical that answer few questions. There are few questions. It's about the HTML type, HTML element, anchor laying, and also the multimedia. And in the bottom of the page, there are copyright that we already declared on the footer section. Alright. Next, we move into the form section. In here, I will demonstrate uh, some different scenarios. There are the warning scenarios and also the success scenario. If a user tries to submit an empty form, the HTML format requires HTML triggers an automatic browser warning. And also, additionally, I implement a specific reject button for the student ID. If the input isn't exactly 9 units, wait a minute. If the input isn't exactly 9 units, then no. Then the system blocks the submission and asks for a correction to our student ID input. This is our first line of defense for data integrity to our system. Alright. Then we try to put the student ID within 9 digits, and then once the data is valid, the system smoothly transitions to the success page. You will see the celebratory visual feedback and the glass mark card confirming that the data was sent successfully. This complete loop from input to validation to feedback demonstrates a robust and user-centered web application. And also, there are enough notification mode that you can click to get back to the form like that. That concludes my explanation of this practical. We have covered everything from semantic structure to visual design and functional validation. Thank you for your attention, and I am now ready. Thank you for your attention, and good, and see you in the next practical point.